Hello, I'm Lindy Royer. I remember as a kid growing up in primary school, we didn't write essays when I was a student in Australia. We wrote compositions. Now, I think this is kind of an English thing. I don't know if you do compositions when you're in the United States. Maybe you write essays. But it's an intriguing word, this word composition. Now you hear it more often in the health and fitness industry when we talk about things like body composition. And while it's really helpful to have objective measurements of your body composition, how much fat to muscle you have, for example, and that's usually the way we hear that word in the health and fitness industry, there's another side to composition. It comes from the Latin word put together. And when I think about composition, I still think about things like Mozart composing music or somebody composing a life's work. And that form of the word composition is really about how you create a story, create some sort of statement about yourself, create some sort of statement about the world. And when we think about body composition, instead of just thinking about it as an objective measurement, we could also think about it in terms of the way that we are creating our own perception of ourselves, which is story. We all tell ourselves stories all the time. I know I do. I'm always making things up. And when you're making up things about yourself, when you're composing information about yourself, it actually has a physiological, biological effect. So for example, if you're telling yourself all the time that you're stiff and sore and achy and you can't do things, guess what? Your body actually pays attention to that. When you're moving throughout the world, what you say inside your head and what you believe and what you think and what you feel about yourself is actually expressed physiologically, chemically, biologically in your body. We can change that. And when we change that, we can change the way we move throughout the world. I'd really like you to join me over the next 30 days as we do a series. This is free. It's called Mind Your Movement, a 30-day body-mind cleanse. Let's clean out the old useless stories that we tell ourselves about our body and move into composing a new, free, fully expressed life for ourselves and get rid of this negative chit-chat that we have about what we can't do and why we can't do it. Let's create a new composition for moving through our lives. I hope you'll join me.